for the ride. In crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, 815.
There we go. I'm pretty much guessing that this is true, Tom. Maybe you disagree. There are probably hundreds of thousands of people who have achieved obscure world records but were lost to time because no one ever knew it. I'm Greg. He's Tom. This is your In Crowd 815 podcast for the 13th day of June, the year 2026, the latest it's ever been, my friend.
In the history of mankind, my world record that I don't think anyone will ever eclipse is that I chewed the same piece of gum for 21 straight days.
21 days. Don't do that. That's not good.
I'm actually kidding, but I did. But I seriously did. I that was a total lie. But I really did do it for about 5 days in a row. I'd put it on the top of the headboard, and then I
did something like that too. I think I did that too.
I wasn't a kid. I was well into my adulthood.
You just did it last week. No.
Well, it wasn't that close. It was about 6 months ago. That's true story. I did once 5 days in a row.
We got a great show for you and the person possibly still sleeping next to you. Give them a little nudge and say, Greg and Tom are talking. It's time to chat and find out what's going on here in the 815. We're going to be chatting with the president and co-founder of the Vanvleet Family Foundation. Susan Danforth is going to be joining us here momentarily. And before we get to her, we got some business to take care of, including this. We need to start over. Because last week I completed the last race to 10, defeating Tom by a football score of 10-7.
Yeah, the same score the Packers lost to the Eagles by. And I was very disappointed in my offensive coordinator. I'm firing him.
I know.
I'm now calling the plays here.
I was disappointed too. Big number of the week this week is a big one too. It's 45 billion, billion with a B. And the answer, is it pizza or pencil? Pizza or pencil? Put your guess in the comments, please. Maybe you'll win a fancy new t-shirt. I got this gray one now. What do they call this? Heather Ash, I think. It's a gray. It's a logo on the gray. You might win a t-shirt. You might win a hat. You might win lunch with the hosts of the In Crowd 815 podcast. Put your guess in the comments. Pizza or pencil. And if you're really feeling very creative this morning, put a little story in with your guest and tell us why you think pizza or pencil is the answer to the 45 billion number this week. All right. We had some shout outs. We'll do a little bit later on, but first let's go ahead and throw up a picture of Tom with Alex and this dude named Fred and bring Susan on the screen and welcome to the In Crowd 815 podcast, Susan Danforth. Good morning to you, Susan.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Good morning, Susan. Long time no see. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful.
Let's see how the screen is going to look best for us today. I think it's going to look best this way with your vertical screen. So, so glad you could join us today. For those who are completely uninitiated and don't know who Susan Danforth is, let's start with your background. Are you a native Rockfordian? Did you grow up here in the 815?
I am a native Rockfordian. Yes, I grew up in the 815. Went to Christian Life High School, went to Rock Valley College, and stayed rooted and had a family.
Okay. So you were an Eagle.
Yes.
Can't bash on the Eagles. All my kids went to Christian Life too. So
yeah.
And my wife taught there for 19
years. Your wife taught there. Yes, exactly.
So after high school and college, and you stayed here and had a family, tell us about your family background a little bit.
Let's see. So I was a single mom and I had 2 kids with Darnell and Fred, and ended up meeting my husband, who also had kids, at a basketball camp, and we just became a basketball family. We brought our kids up playing basketball. There was the 3 of the boys played. Fred was the youngest of the three. We had Darnell and JD and Fred. And just for lack of resources and time, we made them all play on the same team, even though he was 3 years younger than everyone. And he loved it. So, and it made our life easy. And it ended up working out for him.
And some kids rise to the challenge.
And the funny thing about it,
some don't. And obviously,
he rose to the challenge. Yeah. And would get mad that he was so much smaller than everyone and didn't have playing time. And I'm better than them. And yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, he was right. I remember,
yeah, he was, wasn't he?
He was good as well. But
Yes.
Fred was so good in the early days at Nelson Storm.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember my son.
I
Matt
do. Yeah.
With Fred and Dean Lowry. That's the thing I always like to tell people. I've known Fred since he was this tall, and all that. And I would remember JD going, "There you go, Fred. There you go, Fred. There you go, Fred." That's our Matt and I do that all the time whenever we see Fred. Or "There you go, Fred."
Yeah.
It was so great. Those are some great days.
It was some
what
fun
I remember
times.
the most, and Greg, I'm sorry if I monopolize all this. We're in my
I planned on
now.
this. This was in my plan all along.
Oh, absolutely.
Perfect. You get to take the day off.
So I remember. What's that?
I said then he gets to take the day off. You and I got this. He gets the day off. Yeah.
We got this. We got this. But anyway, I remember so many times little Fred's still not that big. In fact, if you look at that picture, I'm taller than him. And I told Fred, you could ask him. I said, "Fred, I'm taller than you. I should be the NBA star." Look at that. I'm like 2 inches taller than him. I should be the NBA star. Problem is, my parents smoked when she was carrying me. They stunted my growth. I should have been 6'8". I should have been an NBA star.
Oh man.
Now, Fred's much better at defense than me. He's got a better jump shot. He's faster. He's smarter. He's well. Anyway, I'll stop there. No, Fred is such a wonderful kid. I call him a kid. He's a grown man, but he's a kid to me.
He's still a kid to me too. Yes.
He's a super. Oh yeah. No, he is a super individual. Fred has always been so accommodating. Now I understand if we were to go to that picture there was taken at the
Milwaukee, right?
The Bradley Center the year before it was torn down. The following year, Milwaukee. Yeah, the following year we went to the opening of the
Pfizer.
What's it called now? The
Pfizer Forum.
Pfizer Forum.
Yeah.
Pfizer Forum. The following year we went. I had another picture with him when he was in studio with us. Fred is such a superstar. He can't just arbitrarily say, "Yeah, sure, I'll be on your show." He can't do that. So we get the next best thing. We get Mom. That's okay. We love that.
Yes.
We love that. But anyway, so but I remember Fred being maybe the smallest kid on the lightweight Nelson Storm team, and he's running around the edge, and we're like, "Oh, we got this. And then there you go, Fred, and there he goes, and he's in and out and in and out and gone in 60 seconds, and it was amazing. We loved it. And you know what? Fred's a big reason why we won a championship, 2 championships, whether it was lightweight, heavyweight, doesn't matter. He's a big reason.
Thank you.
Reason. So anyway, okay, I'm done. No, I'm not really, but I had to get that in.
It's fun to recall the history of that and all the stuff that he was able to do here in Rockford, and obviously he holds Rockford close to his heart for a lot of different reasons, and it's amazing to me still that at the end of that championship run that he shouted out Rockford at the end of his interview, which we'll talk about that later, but how many NBA players ever do anything like that? I never heard it before.
I've never heard it.
Maybe a high school. You might hear someone shout out their high school or something like that. But no, he shouted out the whole town.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Pretty impressive. So I guess let's catch up on Fred. How is he doing with his recovery? Obviously, we saw him on the sidelines in the playoffs, cheering on his team and being the ultimate hype man and getting his team to almost break through. But they had a tough go there. How's his recovery doing?
He's doing really good. He's on track. He's working out every day. We really all are just arranging all of our time to give him the opportunity to get back on the court as soon as possible.
Yeah.
He's never been injured, so it was a big adjustment for everyone. And our family is very close knit, and so we've always just stuck together and do whatever's necessary. And this was just another time for us to come circle back and do that.
Yeah, it's for never being injured for as long as he played. That's pretty impressive in itself. So, but as we've seen with other professionals over the years, when those major injuries happen, not all of them have what it takes to recover from that sort of stuff. I mean, it's
a lot.
It is a lot. And there's a different level of discipline. Obviously, Fred had crazy discipline to do what he did at his size and to become what he became. But this is a whole nother ball game, really, if if you want to put it that way, right?
For sure. Like this is something where everything's out of your control, and everything's always out of your control, but you're in it and you can maneuver and make sure that you're doing your part. And this is just another situation where he's doing everything on his end to do his part.
Yeah. Where does he spend most of his time these days as a Houston Rocket now? Is he kind of got a nice place in Houston where he spends
most of his time is spent in Houston? Yep, where he has access to their gyms and facilities, and his trainers here. So, yeah.
Houston's quite the town. It's a
Houston is so much fun. Yes.
Town, is it like?
Go ahead.
I have not been to Houston. I've been to Texas a couple of times, but when he comes to town, is it kind of on the hush hush? Like you have reporters calling and say, "When is Fred coming in? When we want to interview him?"
Or no, we try to do it as quietly as possible. And it's a little it works for the most part until he makes the target run.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
he's got a bit of a distinctive look. It'd be kind of hard to hide under a hat and glasses. I mean,
he sure tries, but yeah.
The smile.
Here's a funny story. When Alex Gary was the guy in the photo, we went up there to the Bradley Center. We were all interviewing him, and there were a ton of guys there. There were 20 guys asking Fred questions. And I was going to ask him, this is what I wanted to ask, and I never got a chance to. Hey, Fred, when you're in a bar or a restaurant in Toronto, do you get free meals when you tell everybody you're Drake? That's what I wanted to say. Because he looks so much like Drake. And I never got a chance. Because the next guy, next. Okay, that's it. No more questions. I'm like, dang it. That was my moment right there. I could have been on ESPN. But I will say this. You're a bona fide star, and I do mean that. He is a star. He may be a superstar. Because when you're hearing the pundits on, First Take or the Herd with Colin Cowherd. In fact, this is where I heard it. They go, well, this is a while back, about a month ago or whatever it was. Well, without Fred Vanvleet on the floor, Houston is hampered or whatever, and obviously Kevin Durant too. But without Fred on the floor, it's a different ball game. I'm like, yep, there you go, Fred. Yeah. There you go, baby.
Yeah.
It was so cool. So cool.
Well, after becoming an NBA player, it wasn't just enough to become an NBA player. He had to extend himself to becoming an NBA champion, which is still kind of it's kind of a dream that it didn't even happen, right? It's just kind of amazing that whole scenario took place, and him and Kawhi and the team just pushed that Toronto team over the edge that people weren't really seeing coming completely. At what point did you guys decide that you wanted to do something in Rockford with this foundation? What was the catalyst that actually put together the Vanvleet Family Foundation?
So we actually had been operating with we had already been giving back. We started giving back when he was in college, actually. I think, Rockford is our experience with Rockford and Auburn High School is just the deep rooted sense of community that it gave us. And we, didn't have everything when the kids were growing up, and we needed to rely on our neighbors for help, our parents, aunts, helping kids get rides and helping, I'll pick up your son if you can drop our sons off. And, all of that just trickles into giving. And so we had started doing that before the foundation. And then when he made it into the NBA, after the NBA championship, it really gave us the catalyst to come together and create a real foundation.
Yeah.
So that we could make a bigger, more money, more impact.
And that's, I don't know the whole timeline of things, but I got to imagine that is when you went from being a really decently paid NBA player to, okay, now you're a legit NBA star who's getting one of these mega contracts. And then your money situation changes exponentially after something like that. So
for sure.
That makes sense, because it not everybody, yes, NBA players make decent money, don't get me wrong, but there are tiers of NBA players. There's your role players who kind of make,
and you have to, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's the basic, and then it's the stars who get the mega contracts and are able to do these amazing things with foundations and such.
For sure. And we all have to remember he came into the league as an undrafted player.
Yeah.
So that's a whole different tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was still very important to him even then to give back to the Rockford community.
So,
all right. So, well, here's what I was going to say. All stars, NBA, NFL, NHL, they all give back to their communities. They all do this or that, but it's always pomp and circumstance. It's always, well, look what LeBron did today. You don't hear a whole lot about what Fred does. Maybe it's because we're all here in Rockford and and we're here and stuff like that. But I don't think he puts it out there so much to do it like, look at me, look what I'm doing. He does it kind of quietly, doesn't he? Is that just I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful what he does for Rockford and for the schools and for, down at the community, the sports, what do you call sports complex?
Factory.
And all of that. Sports factory, yeah. And I think he does this a lot kind of quietly. I don't know. I just such a testament to him and how nice he is, because he was going to do it regardless. And regardless of whether he signed a multi-million-dollar contract or just a league minimum contract, I have a feeling he'd still be here in this community handing out backpacks and everything else. I know he would because known Fred for a long, long time, and he's just that type of person. So that's just my comment.
Yeah, for sure. And he, it's more important that the work gets done than what he is given credit for in his eyes and all of our eyes. I think when you're in the trenches and you're doing things out of them kind of, it's just out of our heart. And it's one of my favorite things to do. And so we just do it. There's work to be done and we do the work.
It's one of the things that a lot of not-for-profits and foundations have found over the years is that it's not just about the money. As important as the money is, what is really important is the partnerships and the collaboration that takes place. Has there been a certain thing that you and Fred have set it as a goal to partner with such and such organizations, such and such people, partners and collaborations that have been important, like at the top of your list, to make sure that you're involving other people?
Not so much as like a target of a certain company or individuals. It's really just finding like-minded people that are in it for the right reason.
Yeah.
And so we've been super lucky in the city of Rockford with our partners. We have Hard Rock Casino came right in and started contributing. We have Troy Zitke from Pro Restoration, Travis Anderson and UW Health System, the city of Rockford. I know I'm leaving people off the top of my head, but we've been very fortunate and had some really great donors, partnerships to help us keep going.
Mission about, I want to make sure we could, as we put up your Vanvleet. That's hard to say, Susan. Vanvleet
Vanvleet, yes.
Family Foundation.
You sound like my 2 and 3-year-old granddaughters when they say their whole name. It's so cute.
Slow down.
Yeah. Vanvleet.
Vanvleet Family Foundation.org.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a somewhat unusual name, and so many people call it Van Fleet with an F.
Sure.
And it drives me nuts.
And
we
you
used
know,
to have,
autocorrect does the same. So there you go.
it does, because Vleet, VLEET, is not a word. Fleet is. So, but after you train your computer and your phone, then it's correct. But when national people do it, and they don't so much anymore, but when they first burst on the scene. And Greg, you remember a guy named Dave who used to have a sports show on ROK back in the day. I produced it. It was before you and I came on. He used to say Van Fleet, and it drove me.
No, Dave. Dave.
Vleet. It's Van Vleet. Get it right, or we'll get your tires or something.
I just saw him about 2 months ago, Dave.
Did you really?
Yep, I did. It was good to catch up with him for a minute.
Yeah.
So obviously the NBA is the NBA. So whether or not Fred stays in Houston for another year, 5 years, 10 years, there's just no telling, obviously. If you had to make a guess, do you think he is able to finish his career in Houston, or do you think he ends up getting traded again, or deciding to make a move himself, take his talents to South Beach or whatever? What would Fred want to do?
Yeah, I wanted to take his talents to Milwaukee. That's what I told him. I says, Fred, when are you coming to Milwaukee?
Yeah.
When he was in the studio with us, I said, Fred, I said this on the air, when are you coming to Milwaukee? And he laughed.
Milwaukee or Chicago? How sweet would that be?
Oh gosh.
No, not Chicago. Milwaukee. That's my team.
I think that he loves Houston, and as much as he loves Houston, it's my hope that this is where he will finish his career.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Houston's a great city with so many opportunities and such a great place. So yeah, I totally would make sense. Go ahead.
Well, Susan, do you have any idea what Fred's plans are after? Let's just say he comes back stronger than ever, wins another championship, whatever. And in about 3 or 4 years or 5 years, he says, you know what, I'm done. I'm calling it quits. Even if he called it quits now, he's got a championship under his belt, which is what 90% of NBA players can't say. Excuse me. Do you have any idea? Has he shared with you what he might want to do? He's a smart guy. I mean, that is the one thing that people don't understand about Fred, how smart he is on the court, off the court. He could do just about anything. Do you think he wants to coach? Do you think he wants to open up a business? I mean, and maybe do more with the Fred VanVleet Foundation or anything like that? Any ideas, or do you not feel comfortable saying anything like that?
I don't feel comfortable totally saying it, but I will say that he is always, since he was a little boy, I'm going to play in the NBA, and that's what he's doing, and he's living his dream. He, not only won a championship, he was an NBA All-Star. Yep. And that's where all of his concerted efforts are at now. He's obviously a very, very smart businessman, and he already has things going also that run parallel. He's also now the current MBPA president.
That's right. I forgot.
So he
has, you're right.
He has, so right now that's where all of his concerted efforts are going. I understand we always want to know, like, what's next, but his pot is pretty full right now, and he's still going, I think that it's, I was so proud of him when he did become that. And, you have to be very respected among your peers, and they are all trusting him to lead them in a good direction.
And that's
because they too recognize how good he is at what he does and how smart he is.
For sure.
Like I said, the reason I asked that question is I would love to see him coach. I would. And I don't know if he's got coaching in his blood. I don't know if he wants to do that. He may be more of a go-getter, but I think he could teach a lot of young players who come into the league. I think he could teach them so well. I would love to see it. But anyway, I digress. It's whatever he does, he will succeed at, and that's the bottom line.
And the respect he carries for what he did, again, going undrafted and coming into the league and proving himself, that carries a lot for a coach. He can tell people to do stuff and they're like, hey, this is this isn't just some theory here. This is a guy who did it.
Yes.
So that would be
it would be very cool. I'm not saying it wouldn't. It would be very cool. Well, I would be happy. I'd be close to the game still, right?
And you see what this young guy's doing in San Antonio. I mean, he's learning some lessons the hard way, obviously. That crazy comeback that the Knicks did to his team.
Oh my God.
Did you watch any of that game, or have you been watching the finals a little bit?
I have been watching the finals, but I didn't see that game. I've just been watching the clips after, and that's really heartbreaking for them, because the media is not always kind. So as a mom, I'm like, oh man, because that's the side I come from now,
a young team with a young coach. They just didn't have that veteran leadership. And it was a rare night when I was actually on my couch at home, able to watch the second half of the game. And you're getting through the end of the third quarter, and my wife is sitting behind me, and I'm like, they're actually coming back. This game ain't over yet. And when it unraveled in the fourth, I'm just sitting there going, why isn't he calling a timeout? Why isn't the head coach of San Antonio stopping this game? He's got timeouts. Why wouldn't you call a timeout and tell your players, hey guys, why aren't you running out the clock every time you're going down why are you shooting?
That's right.
Why are you shooting with 12 seconds left? What's going on?
And they're jacking up threes.
Unbelievable.
They're jacking up threes, which is spreading the defense and allowing more rebound opportunities for the big guys underneath. You're going to get one possession, one and done. You can't do that. You need to work it in, get a layup, and maybe get a rebound. Wemby in there with his big long arms. He's 7'4", and he's huge and he's good. But they're in Wemby's head as well, because he's elbowing and all that. He's gotten a couple of flagrants now. Oh, he's gotten one. He gets another flagrant, he's out. I believe if you get 2 flagrants in the same series, you're out.
Yeah.
I think that's the rule.
It's
certainly 2 in the same game.
Right.
But anyway.
Right. Well, it's an exciting season, and it's an exciting. It'll be interesting to see what happens tonight down in San Antonio. I don't have a dog in the game, so I don't care. I'm looking for an exciting ball game.
Exciting game for sure.
I guess other basketball things real quick. Did Fred grow up a Bulls fan? Was he all about the Jordan era, or what was his team as a kid?
Obviously we were Chicago Bull fans because where we lived, but he grew up a Kobe fan.
Okay.
Oh, well, who didn't?
Nice. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Obviously, Kobe's work ethic was second to none too. So modeling your work ethic and game after him,
for sure. And he retired the year that he came into the league.
So he did. He didn't get to play.
He didn't get to play against him, or see up close him play.
Yeah. Did he get a chance to meet him? Did they get a chance to?
No.
Really? No. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
That is sad. That's sad. That's still kind of one of those surreal things that Kobe's no longer with us. That whole tragedy.
Yeah. And the sad thing is, they say, do you remember where you were when this happened? I know exactly where I was when we got the news that Kobe had died in a helicopter crash. We were doing a trivia event up at the G5.
Were you really?
With my former boss. And we're like, oh my God, that's it can't be a joke, because no one jokes about that. But we're like, Kobe Bryant dead in a helicopter crash? He's like,
that can't be right.
He had just retired, right? Like a year or two before, or something. He was like 38 or whatever. And his little daughter with him, and oh my God, that was so sad.
So not necessarily a Lakers fan, but definitely a Kobe fan.
Definitely a Kobe fan. Yes.
That makes a lot of sense. That's cool. Well, If somebody wants to plug in to the Vanvleet Family Foundation, if you're looking for, obviously donations are going to help here, partner with the foundation and do things for the 815 here. If someone wanted to volunteer, is there some stuff coming up that people can plug into?
Yeah, so we have in August, we have a back to school giveaway in Rockford. It's at Auburn High School.
Okay.
And it also has the 4 schools that feed into Auburn. We all join together and do one welcome back to school day. So it's Auburn, McIntosh, Kennedy, Lewis Lemon. Oh gosh, and there's one more.
Probably Ellis. Ellis?
It might be Ellis. It might be Ellis. So we're all over there. The principals are there, school staff, support staff, and get the kids ready for their first day of school.
Are these basically the schools that feed into Auburn?
These are all the schools that feed into Auburn.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Yep. And I believe that all the schools started doing those, but with our ties to Auburn, this is where we set up.
And that makes total sense. Total sense.
And from there, from the back to school drive, then we roll into Thanksgiving. And my favorite event ever is our
big turkey drive.
The big turkey drive. Yep. We have about 200 to 300 volunteers that show up.
Wow.
We unpack trucks all on the same day and pack bags and give away 1,000 meals that feed anywhere from 6 to 8 people.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
turkeys from Fred. There we go.
Yes, yep. And it's exciting too, because we started with giving the very first year, we only had enough to do 25 turkeys.
Yeah.
And we've grown to give out 1,000. So
that's awesome.
We'd love to do more. So if anyone would like to join us and donate, we would greatly appreciate it. From there, we roll to a basketball tournament the very next day at Auburn High School, the Fred VanVleet Classic. We bring in teams out of state and in state for a great week of basketball. And then we also do things in Houston. Also, we adopted a middle school this year. We do game events with those kids also, and all of our work with the Rockford Park District.
Cool. Okay.
So a couple questions. Of the 82 games per year plus playoffs, how many do you physically get to go to? And I'm sure that number has probably waned since he's been injured, but on average, just any average year, 25 games, 50 games, 10 games?
I would say it's probably closer to 20 or 25.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
Because hey, listen, son, I love you, but man, I can't be on a plane and then another plane over to Miami and then another.
Oh yes,
plane
I
back to
can.
Houston, and then okay.
Oh yes,
right.
I can.
Good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's how much time do you want to spend with your mom? No, just kidding.
Now, does he ever say, no, Mom, Kevin Durant and I, well, we're going to do dinner tonight. I'm sorry. I can't do dinner with you. We got a team meeting.
He's got a life. He's got a life.
He has a life. He does tell me no. I will say that. But my favorite no story is the NBA championship run with Toronto. We all showed up to game 6 in Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
And they lost.
Yep.
So he said, y'all are not coming. I'm going alone and we're going to finish this. And they did. And then I was sad because here he is winning an NBA championship alone, but it was okay. We all celebrated later.
Well, I want to make sure I did share the link to the foundation website. I want to put the Facebook page in the chat as well, so people can go directly to the Facebook page and follow you guys there.
Thank you.
Make sure that's in the chat. So if you're following along with us today on YouTube or Twitch, LinkedIn or Rumble, or Facebook. You should see the link already in the comments section. But if you're on one of the other platforms or watching later on Spotify, it should be in the show notes description there as well. So, when was this picture taken, Susan? When was this?
Gosh, was that maybe 3 or 4 years ago already?
Is that the BMO?
No, that's at
No.
Pfizer.
That's
Is that how you
Pfizer.
say it? Pfizer?
Pfizer for okay.
Yeah.
Pfizer,
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's Marshawn. And I don't believe that he plays for them anymore either.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So normally we take this many kids throughout the year, and that year we chose to do everyone at one time.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. We had 3 busfuls of kids, and they collaborated together, and we brought them. And so normally when we do a game experience, the kids get money to eat with, and then the game and the t-shirts, and we ride coach buses. And then that year, Marshawn and his camp gave them all a gift.
Nice.
So everybody walked away with I believe it was a backpack and t-shirts or something. But yeah, it was really fun.
Well, is there something that you haven't done yet as a foundation that's kind of I like to call it, once upon a time back in the day, I learned something from a seminar somewhere, and they said, what is your BHAG? And what is your BHAG? And it stands for big, hairy, audacious goal. And the speaker told us at this seminar, was like, you know what makes life really fun and interesting? To always have some big goal in front of you that's so big and hairy and audacious, it scares you a little bit. It makes you wonder if you can even accomplish it, but it gives you that reason to stretch further than you might have ever gone before without it. So do you have a BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal for the Vanvleet Family Foundation that you're maybe haven't even started yet, but it's in that germination in the back of your mind, you're trying to make it grow, and you're wondering if you can ever make it happen?
Yeah, it would be, really to be able to take these game experiences, on the road.
Yeah.
It's very important to our foundation to give kids exposure to things outside of their neighborhood, to see that anything is possible, and that they also have an opportunity to do things. And it's very important to us to do that. So that would be one of my bigger things that I would love to do.
So the number of kids in this photo behind you right there, if all of those could board a plane and go see a game in Houston, is that kind of what you're trying to tell me here?
That would be amazing, right? For them, for us. Obviously, that would require a lot of chaperones.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, something along that line for sure.
Hey, if you've never been on a plane before, you can register to go on the Vanvleet Family Foundation trip to Houston to watch Fred play just a random game in the middle of the season down in Houston, getting out of Rockford for a weekend or a middle of the week thing. That would be an awesome goal. That would be a very cool thing to do. And Tom would be glad to be one of your chaperones.
I know he would.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, we would be happy to have him.
Absolutely. Well, is there anything that we did not ask you today that you wanted to make sure we talked about when it comes to the Vanvleet Family Foundation?
No, I think we covered it all. I'm just really grateful that you guys reached out and wanted to spend your Saturday morning with me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, obviously we admire Fred a lot, and my connection with you through my wife is, I would love to be able to spend more time with you and get to know you a little bit better as friends here in the 815. So hopefully we get a chance to do that, and Tom would sure as well. We do have some fun stuff coming up that maybe we can partner with. Maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't. But if you follow along with our In-Crowd 815 stuff, one of the things that we've become known for is this sign behind me here, the Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest. Where we have version 5.0 of the contest coming up October 1st at Tabala.
Okay.
And we've given away over $20,000 toward not-for-profits in the first 4 that we've done so far. After the 5th one, we'll have eclipsed $30,000 because this time we have an $8,000 grand prize for the winning team's not-for-profit.
Wow.
and we'll have 2 $1,000 prizes to give out that night as well. So I need to do some more math, Tom, to exactly see where we're at with the giveaways that we've done. Because when we started this in 2024, it was our kind of big, hairy, audacious goal is to try to figure out how to combine karaoke and trivia in the same contest and make it benefit local not-for-profits. And when we tried it the first time with $1,000 prize and 10 teams, it just worked. It was a lot of fun, and we made some minor tweaks and kept growing and going. And this one's going to be the biggest one yet. So thanks to our friends at Medicare 411. So we could have a team playing for the Vanvleet Family Foundation, because you're a legitimate not-for-profit, so you can be named as the not-for-profit. And what makes the contest masked isn't what people wear on their faces while they perform. It's the fact that the not-for-profit each team is playing for stays masked and concealed until the end of the night, when we find out who the winners are and who will have to try again next time. So
right, not the players, but the thing on the table. What am I trying to say? The thing on the table stays covered. The centerpiece stays covered, and then we reveal it at the end.
Gotcha.
So nobody's actually masked, but it is a lot of fun. Great way to get the name out there, and it's a great way to. Greg, I like it better when I'm far back away and you can see more of my teddy bears.
I keep telling you, brother, you need a better camera, my man.
That's okay. Camera. This is big and imposing.
Oh, gosh.
Well, you get what you get for now. Yeah, there we are. Much better.
There we go. We'll put you up there.
I feel like I'm... Okay, so my big, hairy, audacious goal for Fred and the Vanvleet Foundation would be to have resurrect the basketball in the Metro Center / BMO, the Big Orange Box, whatever, and have a Fred VanVleet annual basketball tournament or something like that. All proceeds go to pick a charity, and have all teams converge. Maybe what you do is during the off season for the NBA, when you have the summer league for the basketball, for the high schools, everybody converges there and plays a round robin, or just simply plays, where you pare it down to one and then you get your championship. And the winning school gets all the money that, or something like that. I think that'd be a wonderful idea for all of the area schools that play. I know this because I used to work for the district, and we used to have, like, East would have it, Jefferson would have it. Everybody has that summer.
Yep, they still go on.
Fred may have
still go on.
Yep. They still do. Yep. They still do. So what I'm saying is, after that, everybody converges on the Metro Center, and over about a 3-day weekend or something like that, Friday night games, Saturday games, Sunday games, with the winner being crowned on Sunday afternoon. And then whatever team it is, let's just say, gosh, I don't know, Auburn wins it all. Well, they get the money for their athletic program or for their school. Yep. I think that would be a wonderful idea. So
just throwing it out there,
my
Susan.
2 cents.
Thanks. We actually have a court at the BMO, and I'm not sure the history of where that fell apart.
Okay. I know I've seen the pictures of it. Yeah. So
yeah.
All right. Well, Susan, Tom's got some trivia for us today.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's gonna be me and you taking it.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Oh gosh.
It's time for Tom's Trivia Challenge on the In Crowd 815 podcast. Good luck.
All right, Tom. 7 questions. Don't hurt us too bad.
Oh gosh, what are the rules?
Okay.
We're on a team.
So, well, here you go.
Together.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, you're playing together. Okay, so first of all, Greg, my wife looked at the logo and said, "Well, that's not you." She saw it on Facebook about the upcoming thing at Machine Shed. She goes, "That's not you. Well, who's that?" So, yeah, that's me. That's Greg's rendition of me or whatever.
AI's
the glasses. They're not even close.
AI's cartoon version.
Yeah, well, she's wanting you to change. I want you to give me the glasses that I actually have, not those Buddy Holly ones. But anyway, that came from her. Take it up with her. All right, Susan, these questions are not designed to test your intelligence, designed to test your memory. So you got Greg to help you on all of this.
Okay, perfect.
Don't feel bad if you don't score well. because it's all about Fred. It's all about Fred. But there are certain things you made that's like, I don't know that. Come on now, you know?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Which city is larger? Is it Houston or Toronto? Once again, which city is larger? Is it Houston or is it Toronto?
By both size and population, it's not even close, right?
I don't know.
I believe
you
it.
Tell me.
I'm going with Toronto.
By population
Greg, what do you say?
and size, isn't Houston way bigger? You said what is
by people? I believe. Oh gosh, I don't know. Can I Google?
Specify the question, Tom. Are we talking population or square miles?
Population. Population. It's always population. Otherwise, I would say area miles or square miles.
Houston is a huge city by square miles.
Susan, what did you say earlier?
I said Toronto.
You are correct. 3.7 million people, Houston 2.4 million. They're both huge, but Toronto is bigger.
So I'm glad you knew that.
You were trying to talk me out of it. You really had me almost changing my answer.
No, I wouldn't let him do it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I think the only city in America bigger by square footage than Houston is Jacksonville, Florida, if I remember right. But I thought
Florida
population.
Is the largest city. I think they're the largest city in America. 875,000 square feet or so. It's monstrously huge.
It's crazy.
By population as well. It's the largest city in Miami. They're almost
biggest.
It's not
biggest in Florida.
875,000 square miles. It's 800. It's 900,000 people, residents. I don't remember what the square footage is, or square miles, but it's big. All right, question number 2. How many NBA, and I don't expect you to know this, Susan, how many NBA championships has Houston won? Is it 2 or is it 3? No Googling. I hear Googling.
They won. They won back to back, right? Didn't they win back to back in between the Bulls run?
I don't know. I
think 3. I think 3.
I think they won a third since then. I would say 3.
I'm gonna say 3.
They only won 2. 94 and 95 because Michael wasn't in the league and Fred was still real small.
Okay, well, we're going to win 3. So the next time you ask me this,
there you go.
There you go. See, you were projecting. There you go.
That's right.
All right. The city of Toronto has what some might call their very own version of the Seattle Space Needle, when in fact it's the CN Tower. It's a communication thing. In what year was it officially opened to the public? Was it 1966 or 1976? The reason I ask this question is because I'm pretty sure for all that time in Toronto, you probably heard something about it, and the date might spark something. So once again, the city of Toronto has what some might call their own version of the Seattle Space Needle. That's what I always thought it was. I thought it was their own version of it. But it is, in fact, the CN Tower.
The CNN Tower, yeah.
Canadian News Tower or Canadian National or something like that. Anyway, in what year was it officially opened? Was it 1966 or 1976?
I don't have a clue.
I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. Did they build that in the 60s or the 70s?
I would say, if I could give you a hint, I would say the answer has part to do with a team from Philadelphia, but it has nothing to do with it, but the name of it, the name of the team from Philly.
Well, that gets us to the 70s then.
It'd be a basketball team.
So that must be 76.
Maybe.
I'll go with 76.
Very wise choice.
All right.
All right. Here's one that neither of you are going to know. I'm going to give you some help with it. Fred played for the best Rock Valley Junior tackle program ever called Nelson Storm. And sadly, by the way, I don't believe Rock Valley Junior Tackle exists anymore.
Correct.
After like 65 years, they finally. I'm so upset by that because my boys are now playing flag football. I wanted them to play for Nelson Storm because my brother did, I did, my son did, and Fred, obviously. That's how we know each other. What business is Nelson Storm in? If you get it even remotely close,
Isn't it electronics? Nelson's.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh man. It's funny because
I believe that it's electronics because it's a lightning.
Yeah, that's why I thought
on the uniforms.
Something electronic based.
It's something electronic
actually,
or manufacturing.
The co-owner's name was Jack Storm, and that's how they got it.
Okay.
So that's a very good observation there, but it's not.
Okay.
It's tool and die manufacturing.
Well, I said manufacturing. That didn't count.
Well, you said electric something.
And then I said manufacturing. There we go. Anywho.
Oh, well.
Okay. Well,
right.
you did. You got it under the buzzer. All right. Here we go. Now we're getting into three more, and all three of these you have a legitimate shot at getting. You should get them. Okay. Here we go. Who was Fred's high school coach at Auburn High School?
Oh, dun dun dun! Brian Ott.
Brian.
Yes, Brian.
The Otter Man. Yes. Ott.
And Susan, I know if you hated his guts, you wouldn't say it here, so that's fine. But I know you didn't because Brian is one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. He always gave us interviews because we used to cover a lot of Auburn games. I would remote tech for a lot of Auburn games, and I would just have to go up to Brian and say, "Hey, Brian, you got time for and talk to us after I'll kick someone else's butt." He was a wonderful guy. And
high school basketball.
I love the guy.
Okay.
So,
he's amazing. We our grandson actually just finished up playing for him. So no, we love Coach Ott. They've become family, and more importantly, he is a really great Christian man. Like that is the most important part. Like hands down, we love him forever.
You are correct about that. Yes, you don't hear foul language coming out of his mouth. I mean, not that anyone who slips isn't a Christian. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying he.
No, because my husband is the complete opposite, and he also is a Christian. But yes,
yeah, that it happens. You know what? I mean, the funny thing about it, the Bible does say don't use curse language, or coarse language or whatever. But if you call somebody a name that's not a quote unquote swear word, well, you're doing exactly that. So an occasional swear word is, it's fine. I don't look at anybody.
There we go.
What's that? Yeah. No, I don't look at anybody as being, he's not a Christian. He said the S word. Yeah, whatever.
Did I lose you guys?
That's between you and God. Nope, we're here. Give for a second. Okay, here we go. Fred went on to play D1 college basketball at Wichita State University. What is the school nickname? Gone again. What is the school nickname of Wichita State University? Do you know, Greg?
Oh, hold on a second. Let me get Susan back on the screen here.
There I am. I'm like, whoa. There we go. Sorry.
We were off and then on. Back again. There we go.
All right, Susan, I'll ask you again in case you didn't hear. Fred went to play D1 college basketball at Wichita State University. What is the school nickname of Wichita State University?
The Shockers.
The Shockers.
So I have one more Fred story I want to share. This is where Fred gets his ultimate respect. He signed with Wichita State, I want to say after his junior year. He kind of unofficially said, yeah, I'm going to go to Wichita State. He had offers from a couple of different schools. He said, nope, I've already signed with Wichita State. Am I correct on that?
He had given a verbal yes to them.
Yes.
Yeah, because
that's what I mean.
Yep. He verbally committed and he honored he honored that commit. You are correct. Yes.
And And no one's going to look down on you if you say, listen, Illinois gave me a better offer, or back then we didn't have NIL money, but I mean, he stuck with Wichita State. Oh, I was so hoping that shot would have hit with Kentucky, would have put them in the championship. Oh my God. I was on my feet watching. Yeah, I know. And you know what? It's okay because he came and won an NBA championship. And I guarantee you, if you ask any NBA player, would you rather win a college NCAA tournament or an NBA championship? Most of them would say,
Yeah, absolutely.
It would have been so cool to have both, but because they were so good and so well coached. Oh my God. Okay, final one. And Greg, you can actually play that soundbite now.
All right, I'm going to see if this works. This might work.
Okay, this is the final question.
Tell me when to hit play.
Go ahead, hit play.
From a player between the lines, can you describe what it was like competing in this series?
It's stressful. Those guys don't make it easy, man. They're the best in the business for a reason. They've been the best for a long time, and so it took a lot of effort on our part, a lot of focus, a lot of resilience. They don't give you anything, so you got to go out there and take it, and we were just able to maintain over the series.
Throughout the game, but particularly in the fourth quarter, the ball found you and you either had to take shots or make plays. So can you describe, as the ball was making its way to you, what you were thinking?
That's what I do. That's what I worked for all summer. Had the confidence in myself. My teammates had the confidence in me. And Kawhi can't take all the shots. So they were doubling. Kyle kind of slowed down a little bit. They were doubling and was able to step up and make some big shots.
You talked about the champions.
Yeah, boy!
You talked about the champions you were looking opposite, and there was a moment where perhaps one of the best to ever do it, Steph, found you. Can you describe that exchange?
Just got to meet the challenge, man. He scored 1,000 points in this series, it felt like, but just want to make it tough on him and, try to earn some respect there. Battle, scratch, claw, foul, do what I got to do to try to help our team win. And obviously we have a ton of respect for those guys, but, we're going for them, and we want to take them down. We were able to do that.
Sounds like the story of your life. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Rockford, it's for you, baby.
Love that.
Oh my God, it was so awesome. I was watching it. I swear to you, I had small tears coming down. It was so awesome. Somebody that I know.
Yeah.
Somebody that I know. We all know. You especially know him. You birthed him. But anyway, I'm watching that. It's like, oh my God, this is surreal. This is awesome.
Yeah, I think we were like halfway.
Yeah.
You're what?
What's that?
I think we were like halfway through the fourth quarter, and we were on the couch, and I was like, "Oh my God, we're really doing this." But it felt right and it felt normal too, in that situation.
Okay, so here is your question. On the night when Fred's Toronto Raptors won their one and only championship, Fred uttered these words: "This is for you, Rockford." But then he said, "Rockford, it's for you, baby." But anyway, to what longtime female ABC reporter? Who did he say that to? Who was interviewing him?
I know her, but I can't tell you her name right now because you just asked me this.
I'm sorry.
I don't remember her name either.
Oh my gosh. We make a great team, Greg.
I don't remember her name either.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I know the voice. It's what is her name?
DB. The initials were DB. Is that right?
DB is her initials. She was a former
Diane
college standout. No, and Debbie. I don't think she played NBA because. Well, if
is it Doris? Doris is her name. Doris.
Doris.
Yep.
Yes.
Doris.
Doris. Would it be Doris Burke?
Yep. I was going to say that too. I was thinking Doris Burke, but yep. Okay.
One of the best in the business.
Yeah.
She is very, very good. I love her color commentary. And she did a great job with Fred, and Mike Breen did a great job with Fred. He asked him a couple of questions, and I have like 5 or 6 good sound bites. So that was the one I wanted to share. But you did quite well on I think you went 5 and 2, maybe, I don't know, doesn't matter, 4 and 3 maybe. Wasn't keeping track.
It was fun. It was a good time.
We often do this, Susan, with 3 or 4 or 5 people playing at the same time. So with a team of 4 or 5, we usually do pretty well.
And we didn't do bad then. We did pretty good.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Well, they were odd questions too, because not many people are going to know the Shockers. Not many people are going to know Brian Ott. No one's going to know that except Fred's mom. So yeah.
This was a very.
I was writing these questions. Greg had said, make sure we have maybe some Houston and Toronto stuff. I said, screw it. I'm going to have all Fred, Houston, Toronto championship stuff like that.
There you go.
All of that.
Yep.
So it was fun writing this. So
well. I really want to say thank you for carving out some time this morning for us, Susan, and we'd love to partner with you in some way, shape, or form down the road. So keep us informed, and if we can plug in, if it makes sense to have InCrowd 815 involved in what the foundation is up to, let's make something happen. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Awesome. Well, you have a great rest of your weekend. Go ahead, Tom.
And when you talk to Fred, tell him I said hey, and that I'm still thinking I should have been the NBA star because I'm a little taller. I'm kidding.
I gotcha.
Just tell him I said hi.
I will.
You don't have to tell him that. But anyway.
All right. Thank you guys. It was a pleasure.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's reset the score because it is now 0-0. Boom, just like that. And our big number of the week this week is a really, really big one, friends. It is 45 billion is the answer.
Could have gone either way because I've ordered 45 billion pizzas in my life, and I've probably broken 45 billion pencils in my life. So, by the way, that was such a great interview. Susan has always been such a wonderful person. I mean, I don't know her that well, but I know her through football. We've talked many times. And I know she probably doesn't remember a whole lot about, back in the day and all of that, but that's okay. That's okay. She's just
jumped as soon as I asked her. She's like, "Oh, I'd love to." So it was just a matter of making a date work, and today worked. Yeah. So, all right. So
great call.
45 billion pizza or pencil. You gave me your guess, and your guess. Every moment, whether you know it or not, someone is doing something somewhere that is hilariously strange. And take, for example, the thousands of people who gathered in Minneapolis over the last weekend, to cheer on a giant pencil being sharpened. The event, which began after a fallen oak tree was turned into a 20-foot number 2 pencil, celebrated its 5th year last week with performers in pencil costumes, dancing, fanfare, all before the ceremonial sharpening. So whatever your weird hobby is, it turns out it's not very weird after all when you think about what they're doing in this little town in Minneapolis, outside of Minneapolis, with this 20-foot long number 2 pencil. That's a big pencil. It's a big number for a big pencil, but it is not the answer this week. So I am going to take the point. Pizza is the answer. According to a 2026 survey, pizza is a $45 billion industry in the United States. 3 billion pizzas sold per year. That seems actually small to me. I think it should be more.
It does. Is that just in the United States or?
This is just the United States. Yep.
Okay.
What percentage of Americans, I will, here's what I'm going to do for you, Tom. If you can get within 10%, I'm going to give you a point. What percentage of Americans have at least one pizza per month?
75.
According to this 2026 survey in the United States, what percentage of Americans eat at least one pizza per month? Your guess is 75.
75%.
It's higher than that. It's 93%.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. We love pizza. We love pizza in America. Friday night, the biggest night of the week for pizza eating. 36% of all pizza orders get pepperoni on their pizza. 36%, 1 out of 3, basically. The least favorite pizza topping, but it's still an option at a lot of places. And I've tried it twice. Have you ever tried it? And you know what I'm talking about, right?
No, because
least
you cut
favorite
out.
pizza topping.
Oh, anchovies.
Anchovies. One time I didn't hate it. It wasn't terrible because it was just kind of one topping amongst many other things. The other time I tried it, it was like the main topping on the pizza, and I hated it because it was so overwhelmingly salty. It was just
salty doesn't bother me. Fishy does. I ordered it once from a place. Salty. Yeah, and I ordered it everything, a large everything minus mushrooms and whatever else. I like everything else on it. Whatever comes on an everything pizza. Well, this particular pizza parlor put anchovies on it. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And I worked there at the time. And I went back into work. I was a delivery guy. I said, you guys, I ordered a anchovy pizza. I ordered a pizza the other night. You give me anchovies on it. On the everything, you gotta ask, are you okay with anchovies? Or take them off of it. And if somebody orders and everything, okay, that does not come with anchovies. Do you want it on? It's no extra charge. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Or no. Because I will not eat anything with
single anchovy per piece. If it's cut triangular, I'd be okay with that. But no, more than that, it's too much. It's too much.
Itchy. It smelled coming out of the box. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
A large everything, and it was big, and it was man, it was like massive and cheesy and everything. And as soon as I that fish, I'm like, no, I can't eat it. Gave it to my neighbor.
No, thank you. Then the final stat from the survey that I found interesting: Americans eat approximately 100 acres of pizza every day, which amounts to about 350 slices per second. That's a SPS.
Those are stats that are completely lost on me. It's so dumb. 300 acres. How much is? Well, that's a lot. I don't know. You can't fathom that. You see a bunch of pizza slices on grass or something. It's just whatever.
So the size of the average lot that a house sits on is 1/4 of an acre. So picture your entire yard and your house and the whole plot of where your house sits times 400. And that's how much pizza is eaten every day in America.
Wow. All right. So how much time do we have left? Because I'm at 23% and it's going down rapidly. I was going to go plug in, but if we're going to be only 5 more minutes or something.
Yeah, let's wrap things up. My shout outs this week, wanted to shout out to Darian Knott's hypnotherapist, who was our speaker at the Rockford Linked Lunch yesterday. She did a great job presenting to our attendees. The second Friday of every month, we have the Rockford Linked Lunch, which is absolutely free to attend. Buying and ordering a lunch is optional. And it's a great opportunity to meet some of Rockford's friendliest professionals. So plan on joining us next month when Tom and Tom's Trivia will be our presenter. That Tom Warner guy who's right over there, going to be joining us
here, right here.
So the second Friday of July. I
will bring Snoop with me. No, I won't.
Bring Snoop with you. It'll be July 10th at the Machine Shed in Rockford. So looking forward to that. We had a good In-Crowd 815 team playing trivia at Louie's Tap House in Roscoe Wednesday night. And we put the call out in the networking group page, and I'll put the call out here today on the podcast. Any of you who consider yourselves In-Crowd 815 members, which, if you've ever attended an event, come on out. You're a member. If you got a business card and a smile and you've been to an In-Crowd 815 event, you're a member. So we would love to have a team every single Wednesday night at 7:00 at Louie's Tap House. I can't be there every Wednesday night. But that doesn't mean
you show up and you say, I'm here on behalf of In-Crowd 815. Well, I'm part of In-Crowd 815 as well. I will get you all situated. I will make you feel comfortable. And I might even shoot you a couple of answers. No, I'm kidding. I won't do that. I'll give you one free answer. How's that sound? Of course, everybody else gets a free answer as well. So
everyone else gets it too. So, and then my final shout out this week would be to Starlight Theater. Once on This Island is performing this weekend. Today they have a 2:00 show and an 8:00 show. And then next week, Something Rotten takes the stage. That's the name of the play. That's not the description. Something Rotten is hilarious. It's a little bawdy. I wouldn't bring the kids, but I would go and see it if you like a good laugh. And then 9 to 5 is the week after that, which you know the story of 9 to 5. It's also a little bawdy, but very hilarious. If you have a show tune stuck in your head, it might be because of Broadway's big
it might
year.
be, considering it was.
What you were making a 9 to 5 comment?
Oh, I was just going to say it is. It was the House of Ill Repute, right? Isn't that what it is?
No, Dolly Parton getting put down by the boss man, not getting the promotion she deserves.
I'm thinking Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Yeah,
that was totally also a Dolly Parton one. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, my bad.
Broadway had a big season last season, a record-breaking $1.9 billion in ticket sales on Broadway, according to the Broadway League. Surging sales, surprising given that tickets are anything but cheap. The average Broadway ticket costs $131 this season. Tickets alone for a family of 4 often topping $500 before you even factor in transportation, meals, and all the sippy cups and wine that you can buy at the show. But that's another reason why you'd want to go to Starlight Theater. Much cheaper, and you still get the high quality show, a very Broadway-esque style show, which Tom can attest to after seeing The Wizard of Oz last week.
Absolutely.
It's a top-notch show.
Absolutely. The Wizard of Oz was phenomenal. I'm going to tell you, this did not seem like a Rockford Starlight play. This was phenomenal. The lighting, the sound, the acting, the lines, the flow. And I want to tell you something. The gal who played Dorothy, looking at her, listening to her act, listening to her sing, and all that, I could have sworn she was 28, a seasoned veteran, probably went to college, probably went to Columbia, whatever. 14 years old. And Greg, I asked you this question as we were leaving trivia the other night. I said, scale of 1 to 10, what are her chances of becoming a mega star one day? Like a Jodie Benson from Boylan, who was Ariel in The Little Mermaid. I don't remember what your answer was. My answer is a 10. I believe she will be a megastar one day. I think we're in the presence of greatness. And I'm not just saying that flippantly. This girl is good. The way she picked up Toto and the way she handled Toto, and Toto, the dog, stole the show because she, I don't know if Toto was a boy or a girl, but anyway, it didn't matter. Was kind of, antsy like Toto is in the movie. It was the dog. It's almost as if Toto was inside that dog. And she picked her up and she's grooming her while doing her lines. And the poor baby, that mean girl, that mean Mrs. Gulch or whatever. And it's like, oh my God, it took me back. It took me back to my childhood watching The Wizard of Oz. It was amazing. Yeah. I highly, highly recommend you go see The Wizard of Oz. You will not be disappointed.
They often talk on Broadway of the triple threat. The actresses who can sing, dance, and act, all 3 things. And for sure, Idge has the singing and the acting down. I think if she was to tell you herself, she'd probably say her dancing is the weakest of the of the 3 things, but she's definitely good at it and can be great at it. It all depends on how much she really wants to do it and her desire. Whatever her desire level is, she'll achieve whatever level she wants to achieve because she's that good.
Well, I would say the commitment to the role, the commitment to her craft makes her a quadruple.
Oh, her vocal.
That's what
her vocal control is just off the charts. It's so good. So,
well, you said something to me. You said when she sings Somewhere Over the Rainbow, if you close your eyes, I did that. I did exactly that. Somewhere over the rainbow. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I'm whoa.
Judy, is that you?
Yeah, I think she's been reincarnated.
Amazing.
Bring back Liza too.
That's amazing. So Wizard of Oz will be back on the stage the week after July 4th. So you do have one more chance to catch that show if you'd missed it the first run. And Starlight Theater tickets are in the $20 range, not the $131 range. So you're going to get a great seat in a great theater and see an amazing show. The change for this year's shows that is different from years past is the Wednesday and Thursday night shows start at 7:30. They start a half hour earlier than they have in the past. They heard patrons say that a lot of the shows are going too late at night, and so especially on a weeknight for those that have to work the next morning and such. So we heard your plea, and we made this adjustment, and so far everyone seems to be very happy with it. The Friday, Saturday, and Sunday shows, evening shows, those still start at 8 p.m. And every show has at least one matinee. So the Wizard of Oz matinee show already happened. It was last Saturday, so that's already there's no other matinee opportunities to see the Wizard of Oz unless you're part of the buyout show. We have 3 companies that bought out the theater for Wizard of Oz. So there will be shows, but not open to the public on Monday and Tuesday of the second run, and on Sunday afternoon. But those are not open to the public. Those are buyouts by companies. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, the second runs in July for all 4 shows. So come on out and see the shows at Starlight Theater.
Yep, you won't be disappointed.
You will not be disappointed. I think that covers all my shout outs for the week, Tom, unless you had anything else, buddy.
No, I do not, other than some Packer football. Just real quick here. Marshawn Lloyd, they're thinking big things for him. If he can stay injury free, we may have a 1-2 punch like nobody's business. And that's if Josh Jacobs, if everything works out for him, which I think it will. I think people may have jumped the gun on this, and I am not defending Marshawn or Josh Jacobs at all. If he did what was said, he needs to go to jail, period. Off the team, out of Green Bay, go to jail. But if he didn't, he deserves his day in court.
He deserves his day in court. And
I have
what's never considered is the other party. You got
That's right. That's right. And I have no dog in the fight because I don't put the Green Bay Packers or anything like that over the interests of others, especially in something like this. This is serious stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It could be serious stuff if in fact what he did was true. So no, I'm absolutely not willing to say no. I'm pretty sure he's innocent. I have no idea.
To be investigated.
I wasn't there. We'll let the courts. Yeah, we'll let the courts decide it. So the other thing is Lucas Van Ness is a beast. He is making Jordan Morgan look like a bad high school player.
Watch out.
He is absolutely tearing it up. And if Lucas Van Ness proves out to be who we thought he was when we drafted him as our number one pick, our number one,
first round,
our first pick in the draft. I think he was like the 15th overall or something like that, or 8th or whatever it was. We drafted him very high. So he should be good. He should be up there. And I think he will be. So I'm not, I am looking for really good things. And this Jonathan Gannon thing, I thought when Jeff Hafley was hired, he said all the right things. He did all the right things. And we had a really good defense the first year. And we had a really good defense the second year for part of the season. A lot of Jeff Hafley's problem was his head coach, Matt LaFleur. And if Matt LaFleur can figure it out and stop jacking around, I saw a soundbite yesterday and it was interesting. They said in that Philly game, it was 4th and 1. We had a chance to take the lead. 4th and 1, and the Philly guy is calling out our play, 54 right, or something like that. And guess what? It's a 3-yard loss. We gave up the ball. That is garbage play calling. That falls squarely at the feet of Matt LaFleur. This is his last year. I'm calling it right now. If the Packers don't make the playoffs, or if they go 9-7,
first round exit,
or if they go 10-7, 6th round, 6th seed, 7th seed, and they falter, he's gone by Monday.
Okay. All right. Bold prediction.
I hope they put it all together. Micah Parsons will be about 5 to 6 weeks in. I hope Lucas Van Ness can do his thing.
One last shout out.
There's so much about. But
one last shout out that I forgot. I'm so sorry I forgot this. NAMI Golf Day on Monday was amazing. We got to play all 18 holes in between the rain. It rained before, rained after, but it didn't rain during, which was amazing at Forest Hills Country Club on Monday. So Danielle and her crew at NAMI, kudos to putting on another great event at Forest Hills Country Club for the Mulligans, mental illness. Thank you, NAMI. Great day at Fort.
And I'll say this again. Danielle is a wonderful, wonderful person. You know, she called me and said I won a gift basket, and I think it might have been my son who won it. So I gave everything to him because I think I bought 12 tickets for $10, and I went ahead and doled them out, 6 to him, 6 to me. Pretty sure his was the winning ticket, but it was all under my name. Right. So I got the candy out of it, but I gave him the movie passes and the Buffalo Wild Wings thing. It was about $100 basket. That was good. She delivered it to my house. She called me on Thursday afternoon, and she said, "Hey, do you want me to run it by your house?" I'm like, "Oh my God, you do so much. You don't need to do that." She did. She insisted. She's very insistent. She's a wonderful, wonderful person. Oh, she is. She is. Oh my God. If you could find me 3 people on the face of the earth that had something bad to say about Danielle, I'd say you're either lying or proving, because I can find 300 off the top of my head that would absolutely love her. She is just a wonderful
We're going to meet
just
a couple more stellar human beings next week here on the InCrowd 815 podcast. We're going to learn all about the Rockford Empowerment Center with Cameron. Cameron is an awesome dude, and Rockford Empowerment Center is doing some really great things. And then St. Jude Children's Hospital. We've had Tasha on before. It's been a while since we've caught up with Tasha, so we're going to chat with Tasha Ives and her involvement still with the St. Jude Children's Hospital next week.
Oh, absolutely.
So thanks again. Super thanks to Susan Danforth, Fred Vanvleet's mama, and president and co-founder of the Vanvleet Family Foundation for joining us today. Check out vanvleetfamilyfoundation.org and all the stuff they're doing here in the 815 and in Toronto and Houston with their ties that they still have there. So,
yeah, and I will say this. There are 1,000 charities you could give to. You can't give to them all. Maybe you can give to 2 or 3 or 4. I highly recommend making one of them the Fred Vanvleet Foundation, because what Fred does, and just I know personally, Fred. I've known him since he was 8 years old. A nicer kid you won't meet. He's all about the community. He's all about remembering his roots and everything. And I just consider that. I don't care if it's $10 a month, $5 a month, volunteering, whatever. Fred does some good work, and he's a good guy.
Super
so that's my yeah. Also, you mentioned St. Jude's. What Tasha and Dean, I believe her husband's name is, what they went through losing their little girl, Sydney. Oh my God. No one should ever have to go through that. But God is so good that he has taken a tragedy and turned it into a triumph for a lot of other people. Back at the radio station when we were there, I was part of the crew that would help raise the money. I did some shifts on air, board hopping, whatever, on Q 98.5. And I tell you what, it was, it's amazing. The money we raised, and that's just us. There's money raised all over the place. So it's another worthwhile organization. They're all good.
Looking forward to next week's show. And until then, remember, you change the world when you help one person. Be a blessing to someone today and every day this week. We'll meet you back here next week for another InCrowd 815 podcast. Thank you, Tom. Have a great weekend.
I will, buddy. I'll see you Wednesday, hopefully.
Bye.
815 InCrowd. 815 InCrowd. 815